What's up everyone, it's just Blaze89. Today we're going to be doing the best class setup for the BAR or Bar Assault Rifle in Call of Duty World War 2. Before I get into this video, I'd just like to give a few shout outs. The first one is going to be to Poor Gaming TV, then Savage Anthony 21, deadslayerx Gaming, and finally the Blue Eagle. Go check out their channel, subscribe to them, help them grow. If you want a shout out to help you grow, leave a comment down below, I'll be sure to give you one. But go check out these guys, give them a sub, tell them that I sent you. The link to their channels will be in the description down below. Let's get into the video. Now, as I've said, and you'll have seen in my last couple of videos, the BAR is by far the best gun on the game. By a long shot, there's nothing close to it. Maybe the FG42, but really the BAR is the gun to use. If you can get it, it's well worth it. But anyway, let's go on to what the class setup is for this gun. First of all, I personally prefer to use the infantry division for this class. Some people will use mountain, but just because of the UAV jammer thing. But I personally would go with infantry, purely because once you've leveled it up a bit, you've got the ability to move faster while aiming down the sights, and you get the extra attachment as well, so it's well worth doing that. So we're going with infantry division. The attachments we're going to have, now we've got 3 to have, and we're going to go with the grip, just to hold our accuracy down a bit, because it can get a bit high on the recoil at times. Not crazy, but it just, if you can get a better aim, why not? So we're going for the grip. The rapid fire, because its one downfall is it does shoot slow as standard. I personally don't find it that great of a gun without rapid fire, so that is an essential attachment to have. Gives you the faster rate of fire, and as I say, it's much needed on this gun. It makes this gun just a beast once you have the rapid fire on it. And then finally we're going to go with extended mag. Now there's 2 reasons for this. Part of it is because obviously we're going to use a few more bullets being on rapid fire, but that won't be too crazy, because even with rapid fire it's not a crazy fast firing gun. So part of it's for that. The other part is it's just nice to have 30 rounds instead of 20 in the mag. It means you have to reload less often. You can probably get an extra 2 kills with those 10 bullets easily, really, to be fair. As for the lethal and tacticals, I wouldn't really, it's up to you whether you want a lethal or you want to have a tactical. That's up to you. You could have a frag. I've got a flash on here. That's only because I couldn't be bothered to change it over, and I just keep forgetting to add the frag. It makes no real difference. I don't use them a mad amount anyway. But if you do, then obviously go for whichever lethal or tactical is your preference. As for the basic training with this class setup, I would say that you're best to go with ordnance, which means that you're going to have your kill streaks, a couple of kills or a kill earlier. It takes less, basically less score to get your score streaks. And if you don't, also on top of that, you've got the fact that you can re-roll your care package. I personally like having the care packages, because it means it's something you can get out with less scores, with a lower score sort of thing, with less kill streak, and it can still give you good stuff. Sometimes you can get those high streaks after getting like a 5 kill streak and earning your care package. And obviously with the ability to re-roll it, you're doubling your chances of getting something good. Now if you don't want to have that, I would recommend you go with primed, because that's going to give you the ability to have less flinch when getting shot, and also have an extra attachment. Now if you're going to have an extra attachment, I would make that extra attachment to be the steady aim, so you've got better hip fire. But it's up to you which you prefer. I personally would go with ordnance, but if you don't want to go with that, I'd go with primed. And obviously, as a last resort, if you are really struggling to get the score streaks, then go with requisitions, because although you'll only get your score streaks once, you can die as many times as you want. It just takes a bit more score to get them. The score streaks that I'd have set up on this is, as you can see on the side there, it's care package, fighter pilot, and the glide bomb. The reason for that being that they're all relatively low streaks, and they'll all get you at least a kill, sometimes more than that with each one, and that's what you're looking for. And also with having ordnance and it taking less kills to get, it's quite likely that you're going to get each of them kill streaks several times over. It is nice to have the biggest kill streaks, but the problem with that is you've got to ask yourself, if you get the big kill streaks, yeah, on the occasional game where you get them, you're going to have a really crazy beast game. But in terms of doing consistently well, you're going to get more kills by having the lower end streaks like what I've got here. And you might still get lucky off your care package and get something nice anyway. But if you don't, you glide bomb and your fighter pilot are going to get you 1 or 2 kills, sometimes more, but a guaranteed 1 or 2 kills each time that you use them. So that's the score streak setup that I personally would go for. Like I say, you have to weigh it up, and if you're going to have the bigger streaks, you will have bigger games when you get them. But for the most part, you're actually going to get less kills, because if I can get 2 fighter pilots a game, that's probably 4 or 5 kills it's going to get. Well, between 3 and 5 kills it's going to get me. Whereas I could get in the paratroopers once in like 3 games, say, and it will do the same amount. So that's how I'd go for on the score streak. So just to run through that again, because I've rambled a lot in between. The BAR, we use the infantry division. The attachments we're going to go for is going to be the grip, rapid fire and extended mag. It's up to you what lethal or tactical you use, and basic training wise I personally would go for ordnance, but if not you can go for primed, or if you're really struggling to get kills, go for requisition, so it doesn't matter if you die on getting those score streaks. In terms of how to play with it, it really is probably the most versatile gun on the game as well. There isn't really anything to compete with it at any range. I mean, look at that there, 4-man feed there, how quickly it melted them, and that's just how good this gun is. As I say, there's no real specific way to play with it. Can't believe I didn't get that guy, I should have stabbed him. They're all spawning there. There's no specific way to play with it because it's so versatile. You can compete with LMGs and snipers at long range, but remember to burst fire if you do that, just to keep your aim on point. Medium range, it's just completely dominant, and at close range, the only thing that's going to get you really is a shotgun or a high level SMG sort of thing. Even then, it's not likely. And if you have hip fire on here as well with the primed basic training, then you'll be melting even then. So anyway, there's no strategy to it in particular, just the general one that I always say. If you don't know what to do or where to go, just skirt around the outside of the map, preferably in the opposite direction to your team, and you're more likely to flank on the enemy and catch them off guard. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.